Hey Spencer, the other night I saw you having a lot of fun, trying to hype the crowd up and all that good stuff, and you're also playing well on the field. Would you say this is the most comfortable and the most fun you've ever had in your college career so far?
I mean, you could say that. I'm having fun right now in the zone with the guys. Our group's looking good. Done a lot of great things. It's fun whenever you see other guys on your team succeed too. So that's a part of it. It's a good vibe out there. Just gotta keep stacking. Gotta keep having fun out there.
Spencer, you could probably say this run you're on really started against Tennessee last year. So going into their place, knowing they're going to be hyped up to try to maybe get one back, just is that any extra fuel for the fire?
Um, that's a good question. I know you guys probably hate this answer, but you know what I'm going to say. It's the same thing every game. Nameless, faceless opponents. They're going to want to get, obviously, a win back on us, so we got to be prepared. We got to go out there and keep our emotion out of the way of our execution and just go out there and execute and have a good time out there and play hard.
Speaking of that, some of the younger guys were saying Beamer was talking about how hard y'all had to work in that week leading up to the Tennessee game last year to come out with that win. Just when you think back on how much effort that was put in there, does that kind of give you a roadmap for just what it's going to take to come out with a win this week?
That's exactly right. Beamer hit it spot on in our team meeting today. We got to have another elite week of practice. We've been practicing all well this whole season. Didn't have our best day offensively today. Kind of sloppy in some periods. A lot of good stuff in some periods. But Tuesday is the day you clean everything up, put in some new stuff, and just roll with it and clean it up throughout the week. But we have to have an elite week of practice for sure.
Spencer, it seems like you talked about how much fun it is out there, and you're playing at a level, high and above the last couple of years. Does it feel? What do you think you're doing in order to get this kind of production?
I mean, just the system. Like I said, post game, I love what Dow's doing a great job. This isn't a surprise to me or our team. We're doing well as a group. I'm not surprised that Xavier Legette's having a great year. The O-line's getting better and better. Not surprised with that. I just love what we're doing. Got to keep stacking it. Got to keep working. We're nowhere near where we want to be.
Spencer, being able to get the run game going the other night, I mean, obviously it's an old cliche and everyone on the outside understands that, but from your perspective as a quarterback, what does that do and what did that allow you guys to do last night, or excuse me, on Saturday, and trying to continue that momentum this weekend against Tennessee?
Yeah, it was awesome to see the running backs, get some good yardage in that game. Obviously makes it easier. On our receivers, on myself, on a play caller, everything. So it kind of opens it up, loosens it up a little bit. Credit to the O-line and the running backs. They did a great job in the run game. And, I'm trying to help out in whatever way I can in the run game as well. I feel like I can do a better job of that and still improving on that. But, yeah, Mario, DK, those guys are doing a great job.
You've mentioned a couple times how much better the O-line's playing. From your perspective, is there anything you can see tangibly different, or is it just playing together more and getting more gelled?
More gel. I mean, game one, obviously, new group, trying new guys out. Weren't really set on a five. I think we got our five now, and even one or two guys behind that can fill that role. Just getting more comfortable each game. Like I said Saturday, Mississippi State had some good coverages on some of our plays that were sacks. I could have probably got out, throw it away, but they've done a good job keeping me clean, and I expect nothing else from them.
You're pretty used to going to different places and experiencing these loud environments, but a lot of the freshmen and younger guys had that first taste in Athens, and now you get to go to Knoxville. How much more confident does that make you and the rest of this offense, knowing that these guys have experienced that loud of environment already before you guys face Tennessee?
Good question. I mean, I think it's good to get young guys used to that, obviously. Get your feet wet out there in a big environment like Athens and do well, especially guys like Omega who kind of came on the scene that week and, got their feet wet, like I said. So these other guys are going to have to step up as well in the receiver room, and I got confidence in them. They're going to put a good week together, have a good plan, and just got to go out there and be fearless.
How important was that Tennessee game last year for you personally, just in terms of sort of feeling the pieces click at South Carolina for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, like that was our kind of coming out game as an offense. We didn't have that explosive of a game throughout that whole year, I feel like. And, from there on out, it's been pretty consistent since that game. Obviously a lot different this year with what we're doing, a lot better. Just got to keep it rolling. It was a good confidence boost for us, but, that's in the past, and this is a whole new team. Tennessee's got a whole new team, and you got to go to battle. It's going to be a war on Saturday.
Another atmospheric question for you, Spencer. You played in the Big 12. Now you're in the SEC. How do the crowds compare, especially when you're a visiting team, especially playing against a very passionate fan base?
I mean, any away game, no matter where you are, it's going to be loud. 60,000. I don't know the biggest state. I don't remember the Big 12, like how big the biggest stadium we played in. I mean, Oklahoma State was pretty loud, but I mean, Athens fits 90,000. Tennessee's 100, 110. So I'm expecting that to be very loud. But we'll be all right. Just gotta stay focused and execute.
Spencer, a lot of talk has been about the relationship you and Dowell have and the input you have. Take me through a typical week for both of you in terms of building the game plan. How much input do you have? What's he saying to you, and how does that collaboration go up until game day?
Yeah, Sunday we get in here and kind of, review the game, go over what we need to get better at. Monday, off day, I'll come in here, talk with them for a little bit, and they'll put together the pass and run plans. Tuesday we kind of input our base down stuff, and if there's something we're not comfortable with, we'll either work it out or change it. And then throughout the week we just keep tightening it down, third down, red zone, 2-minute, all that. He does a great job preparing us and getting us a good understanding of it, him and Coach Ryan. So we're pretty prepared going into each game.
If you were asked about this the other night, please forgive me, but that run at the start of the fourth quarter against Mississippi State, was that a design or did you improvise?
I improvised on that one.
Yeah. How much work, I would imagine a lot of work, did you put in the offseason to improving yourself as whether a runner or giving yourself some more time to move around in the pocket? Was that something that you tried to emphasize, I guess, in the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been able to run. It's just when I get the chance to do it, I just have to do it. I feel like this year I've done a better job at, if it's not there, stepping up and go. Like one of my favorite plays from that game was the 3rd and 13 when they brought a blitz, and I just stepped up and ran. That's something my dad is always telling me, hey, if you see grass, just go. Like, you can go get it. And, I just got to slide and protect myself and be smart out there.
Also, looking back and studying the Mississippi State game, does he look even faster on film? Or
that's nothing new. I mean, I've been telling you guys he's maybe the fastest guy on our team since spring ball, right? I mean, that joker can go.
Spencer, Trey Knox was in here saying that you've been playing a lot more free, but obviously the guys around you have been stepping up their game as well. How much does that help when your teammates are stepping up their game and improving their play around you?
Yeah, I mean, it helps, when everybody succeeds as a group, personal success will come out of that. I think we've seen that, and obviously trying to bring more young guys along, to add to this fuel, add to our offense, and, they're working and should increase, game by game, week by week.
Spencer, you've obviously faced this Tennessee defense last year. Reviewing the film of what they've done through the first 4, how much is different, how much is the same, and what kind of challenge does it present for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think they lead the SEC in sacks right now. They're doing a good job up front. Got talented players all over the field. They'll try to do a lot of stuff to slow us down, but at the end of the day, like each week, we got to just, not hurt ourselves. Can't shoot ourselves in the foot. Got to execute our game plan, get through our reads, get our protections right, and run the ball efficiently, and, everything else will take care of itself.
Trey said that when you have a start like you did on Saturday, driving the length of the field on 2 consecutive possessions, that really helps, especially with some of the younger guys, to let them know that all the practice, all the film study is working, and this is why we do it. What was it like on the sideline and even during the huddle during those drives?
Not ideal to start on the one, back-to-back drives to start the game, but, we got to get it down there somehow, and we executed, did a good job protecting, getting through our reads, finishing plays, converting on 3rd down, and that's a byproduct of what we do in practice. We work it every day, every week, and we just got to do it on Saturdays like that.
Since you mentioned having to slide, was that something your dad talked to you about after that game the other night?
That's just myself telling me, hey, be smart. I know how to take a hit a little bit, kind of leverage it, get low to where you don't get blown up so much, but sliding is definitely number one in my head when I'm about to get blown up, Yep, thank you, guys.